So the opening round of the West Coast League's playoffs in the North Division comes down to this. Game 3, the Bellingham Bells hosting the Nanaimo NightOwls after the Bells' 3-1 win last night to even the series at a game apiece, best of 3, following the Game 1 walk-off win by Nanaimo at their home stadium. The Bells took the game last night to extend Bellingham's summer and force a decisive Game 3 here today. I'm Zen Hill. Welcome into the Bellingham Bells pregame show. Let's go over last night's game. It came down to the wire being just a 2-run difference, but it didn't feel like it was that close of a game. Bellingham pretty much dominating throughout it. The pitching staff, the highlight, 14 strikeouts by the pitching staff in the Game 2 victory last night, even the 3-game series at a game apiece. Charlie Decker started the pitching masterclass on the mound, posting a scoreless first inning. The Bells offense established an early lead following 3 straight hits by Rashad Hayes, Bo Schinkel, and Noah Cassie to begin the bottom of the first. Cassie, his hit was an RBI double that scored Hayes, and then Matt Churchill later scored Schinkel on an RBI ground out. Decker went on to score the second inning, toss the second inning scoreless, but allowed 1 run in the third following a leadoff triple from Nathan Wadelski. Decker went on to finish 3 innings in his start with 2 hits and 1 walk allowed, had 1 strikeout. That's when the bullpen came in and dominated. Rohan Kasanagadu took the ball up 2-1 in the ball game. Started to mow down the NightOwls. In his 3 innings of relief, he struck out 7 batters and worked around his 2 hits and a walk that he issued, keeping the Bells in front. And then in the bottom of the 6th inning, the Bells chased the Nanaimo starter from the contest and got to Musa Nonomiya out of the bullpen with 3 hits in a row to add to the 1-run lead, making it 3-1 heading into the 7th inning. And in the 7th is where we saw Nick Peterson take over as the third arm to throw. The lefty came out of the bullpen going 9 up, 9 down with a perfect 3 innings of relief for Bellingham, striking out 6 to bring Bellingham's strikeout total by the pitching staff to 14 in the game, with 7 from Kasanagadu, 6 from Peterson, and 1 from Decker. After recording 12 strikeouts the night before, Bellingham's pitching staff now has 26 strikeouts against the NightOwls batters through the first 2 games of this playoffs. Offensively, it was Hayes leading Bellingham with 2 hits and 1 steal. The run scored. Cassie, Churchill, and Keybon all went 1 for 4 with an RBI, and then Schinkel had 1 hit and a run scored. Nate Johnson and Dylan Moss had the other hits for Bellingham in the Game 2 victory, setting up the decisive Game 3 today. It's an afternoon edition of West Coast League playoff baseball, the only action going on in the WCL. The other Game 3s that are taking place are going to be night games, and that's because last night a couple of teams that were in a similar spot as Bellingham with the season on the line were able to pick up wins. So now the Walla Walla Sweets and Corvallis Knights playing at 6:05 tonight at Corvallis. That's after a Walla Walla 3-2 win on the road to keep their summer alive. Winner take all in that game, as with Ridgefield. And man, what a game in Ridgefield last night. A high-scoring contest, 12-10. The Raptors took down the Pickles. Ridgefield entered the top of the 9th inning, needing just 3 outs to keep their season alive, but they blew the save. Hayden Morrison it was, blowing the save. Lewis ended up having to finish the 9th, and then it goes to the bottom of the 9th inning with Ridgefield trailing 10-9, down by 1 run. They get 2 base runners on, and then it's Braden Watson who swats a 3-run homer out to left field, scoring the 3 runs. He was down to his last strike in an 0-2 count, down to the last out with 2 outs in that bottom of the 9th inning. And the magic for the Raptors keeping their summer alive, setting up a 6:35 game for the Raptors at home, hosting the Pickles tonight. So you can catch this day game here with the Bells hosting the NightOwls, and then throughout the night you can pick your choice between the Sweets and Knights and Pickles and Raptors in the South Division. The Wenatchee Apple Sox locked up their series sweep over the Kelowna Falcons last night, so they are the only team in the WCL playoffs opening round to earn a sweep. 8-3 win last night for the Apple Sox at home. So the winner of this game will face the Apple Sox in Wenatchee. Wenatchee, the number 1 overall seed in the league and in the North Division, so they will host the second round. Bells or NightOwls headed there, following whatever happens throughout this game today, with one of these teams' seasons coming to an end, and they've both been great seasons historically. 36-18 record in the regular season for the Bells, the second best record in team history. The Nanaimo NightOwls making their first ever playoff appearance with a 30-24 record, their first ever winning record, getting them into the postseason. Let's take a look at the starting lineups as these teams get ready to take the field. The winner-take-all Game 3 features this visiting lineup from the Night Owls. We're going to see Zia Cheng leading off in center field as Widelski not in the starting lineup. Francis Zabero moving to the 2 spot. He's going to be the shortstop. Aiden Nikoluk staying in the 3 spot will be in left field. Carter Cathers cleaning up at first base. Liam O'Day at third base slots into the lineup for the first time. Tyler Clements is going to be the DH in the 6th spot. Jackson Rankin still in the 7th spot, catching for Nanaimo. Easton Mold going to move down to 8th in the order, still play second base. And then Malachi Noet is the starter in right field. Jaden Bagaleos is the starting pitcher for the Night Owls, and he'll face the Bellingham Bells starting lineup, which is led off by Rashad Hayes, who's at second base tonight. Bo Schinkel gets the start in center. Noah Cassie batting third, back in right field. Nate Johnson cleaning up at first base. Matt Churchill now at the DH slot in the 5th spot in the order. Dominic Keybon starts in left field, batting 6th, with the catcher Dylan Moss trailing him. Batting 8th is the shortstop, KG Hattori. And then 9th in the order, the third baseman Tyler Peschke, with Caleb Seebeck to get the start tonight for Bellingham. Seebeck, coming out of the University of San Diego, will be tasked with the Game 3 pitching duties, at least in the start. Bells take the 3-1 win last night. Night Owls in Game 1, a 3-2 victory. It all comes down to tonight. 1:35 our first pitch. Bells on the field, ready to go for our first pitch. Someone's season's going to end tonight. Hopefully it's not the Bells, but we've got to play 9 innings to determine it. Hope you're here with us on the Bells YouTube channel. First pitch coming up next. I'm Zen Hill. Playoff baseball here in Bellingham.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
So it all comes down to this, a decisive Game 3 to determine the opening round winner of this North Division playoff matchup. The Bellingham Bells and Nanaimo NightOwls head-to-head for another night of baseball. It's an afternoon game with the Bells hosting the NightOwls here, our 1:35 start time. The defending West Coast League champions versus the first-time playoff appearing Nanaimo NightOwls. And getting us started is Caleb Seebeck, the starter for Bellingham today, appearing in game number 6 for him on the season. Seebeck sporting a 1-0 record right now in a Bells uniform through his 16 1/3 innings with a .386 ERA. Seebeck through his 16 1/3 frames, a 14 strikeout to 7 walk ratio. He's tasked with the start tonight here in this day game. Bellingham, the 3-1 win here at home last night to set up Game 3. Bells entered their home games needing back-to-back wins, and they'll try to claim those tonight with Caleb Seebeck going on the bump. Nothing better than a winner-go-home game, and although the nerves probably high, should be a fun contest in Bellingham today, and hopefully it's the Bells coming out on top. Wenatchee awaiting the winner of this game after taking down their series over the Kelowna Falcons in the opening round, the only team to sweep. We've got 3 Game 3s today in the West Coast League. This one the first, as we're about to get started. Nanaimo will try and bounce back after losing last night, trying to keep their season alive, being in their first ever postseason. It's a different lineup for the NightOwls and a different leadoff man. Zia Chang is the leadoff batter, as the center fielder will get us started out of Hawaii Pacific University. He'll do the leading off for the NightOwls. He'll bat from the right side in the baby blue uniforms for Nanaimo today. An interesting uniform. Gray bottoms for them, and Seebeck dealing from the pinstripes home. The first pitch at 91, well high on his fastball to get us started. That'll be Seebeck's first strike as he drops it in there against Chang, the center fielder. Enters tonight following a 184 batting average during the regular season. He hits it up the middle, and Rashad Hayes will be there at second base to grab the blooping fly ball into the infield. And Chang retired to get us underway, starting tonight's ball game. Winner take all Game 3 in the West Coast League's opening round of the playoffs. Bells in a similar spot, finding themselves as last season when the Wenatchee Apple Sox and Bells faced off in the opening round. The Bells, though, won Game 1 in Wenatchee to set up Game 2 and 3 at Joe Martin Field, needing just one win. It was the Apple Sox taking Game 2 of last season's opening round. And then the Bells took Game 3 in extra innings, and a walk-off from Robinick Keybon during the 2025 postseason, and they'll be trying to take another Game 3 in front of their hometown fans. Sabero at the plate, the starting shortstop tonight for the NightOwls. With one out, he hits it foul, left side, just past third base, the foul line. Strike one on the shortstop, Sabero, who moves up into the 2 spot in the order with all the lineup changes that the NightOwls have. The only 2 players in the same spot in the batting order and position that they played last night is Nikoluk and Rankin. 3-1 the count after Seebeck misses into Sabero. Last night he was 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. 14 strikeouts by the Bells pitching staff in last night's game. That foul ball makes it a full count. So now 3-2. It's a bit of a windy day here at the ballpark with wind blowing in towards home plate. Sunny in Bellingham. 70 degrees. Seebeck's payoff pitch home is high and away, and it's a walk to Sabero with one out. The Night Owls will have their first base runner on a free pass. Last night, the Bells only walked 2 batters, allowed just 4 hits. The pitching dominance. This one starts off a little bit rougher for Caleb Seebeck, starting pitcher tonight. Nikoluk, the left fielder, will bat next. 1 out and a man at first for Nikoluk, who bats from the right side against the right-handed starter, Caleb Seebeck. That one dropped in there for strike 1. Nikoluk in last night's game batting in the 3 spot, 0 of 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Starts off his at-bat here on this Sunday with strike 1 as Seebeck throws over to first base, but Sabero back safely. Four steals on the summer for Sabero. The wide lead off of first base, inching forward. Now he's going to go. And it's a hit and run fouled away for strike 2. Sabero had that huge lead and got a big jump, but he'll have to go back to first base after the foul ball from Nikoluk at the plate. So it's 0-2. One out. It's called for strike 3. Dropped in as the Night Owl goes down looking, something that last night happened too often for these Night Owls. The 14 strikeouts, of course, last night. When it comes to strikeouts looking, though, the one strikeout Decker had, it was a strikeout looking. Then Castanegadu came in and in relief picked up 4 strikeouts looking. Nick Peterson had 3 as well, so half of his 6. Eight strikeouts of the 14 total looking by the Night Owls. And now it's Cathers batting for Nanaimo. First baseman Cathers last night, 1 for 3, one of the 4 hits that Nanaimo had. Breaking pitch to get Seebeck over for strike 2. And it's an 0-2 start against the at-bat, against the cleanup batter Cathers for Seebeck. Trying to earn a scoreless first inning to get the ball moving in the right direction for these Bells. And the winner take all game 3. Seebeck will throw over to first. Sabero standing back safely. No balls and 2 strikes as Seebeck deals home. Called for strike 3. Dotted low and outside on the fastball. 2 strikeouts to cap a scoreless first for Caleb Seebeck. And the Bells coming up to bat when we return.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Into the bottom of the first in this decisive Game 3. Night Owls, Bells in the opening round of the West Coast League playoffs. Scoreless inning tossed by the Bellingham starter. Brings up the visiting left-handed pitcher, Jaden Bagaleos, making appearance number 14 as a Night Owl on the summer. He has a perfect 3-0 record through his 25 innings and a 3.6 ERA as well to work on. 20 strikeouts to 14 walks, not the ideal ratio, but still a solid summer so far for the left-hander. And now he's got the job of trying to start Game 3 with his Night Owl season on the line, trying to send Bellingham home, and trying to advance Nanaimo to face Wenatchee in the second round as the Apple Sox are in the West Coast League's North Divisional Championship game already. They'll face the winner of this one on Tuesday. It would be in Wenatchee for either of these teams. Rashad Hayes to lead it off for Bellingham in the bottom of the first. Leadoff second baseman taking the first pitch that he sees of the ball game, a low one from Bagaleos, left-hander from La Sierra University, pitching for the Night Owls. Time called by the umpiring crew. Looks like they're good, set to play. Home plate umpire has the mask back on. Gives the left-handed pitcher the good to go. Hayes taking a low, strike one called against him. Last night, Rashad Hayes 2 of 3 at the plate with a run scored. Also drew a walk. On base the most of any Bell in last night's game, and that's what you would want from your leadoff guy. Right now, heading the count 2-1 against the starting left-hander for Nanaimo. That one well low. So 3-1. Bagaleos for him, coming off of just one inning of work against the Kamloops North Paws. Pitched in an 8-7 victory on August 3rd for the Night Owls. Swing and a foul tip from Hayes, back 3-2. Bagaleos pitched the 8th inning of that game, earning the win in the victory over the North Paws 8-7, set up for the save that Jackson McDonald gained for the Night Owls. The 3-2 into Hayes, called strike 3 on the outside. Hayes couldn't believe it. And he goes down looking to start the game. Strike zone a bit wider than the players are thinking so far today. That displayed by the 2 strikeouts looking for the Night Owls in the top of the inning. And then Hayes being retired on the backwards K, setting up a 1-out plate appearance for Bo Schinkel. Schinkel going to show bunt. First pitch misses high. Two straight misses to Bo Schinkel. For Bagaleos, this is his first start of the summer. All 13 appearances for him with Nanaimo have come out of their bullpen. Here against Schinkel, he has 3 straight misses. So 3-0 on Schinkel. Bell's looking for their first base runner. Won't get it on that pitch. Strike 1. Night Owls got their first base runner of the game on a walk with 1 out in the top of the inning. Schinkel trying to match that. 3-1 from the lefty. Called for ball 4, and Schinkel takes the walk. So with 1 out, he'll be placed at first base. With his 11 steals during the regular season, Schinkel a threat to potentially take off, but Noah Cassie will bat next with 1 out. As the returning Bellingham Bell from the 2025 championship team will look to get this Game 3 started. Obviously plenty of West Coast League playoff experience for Cassie last year, playing in the 5 games that the Bells had through the postseason, the 3 against Wenatchee in the opening round, North Divisional Championship game up at Edmonton, and then the WCL Championship in Portland. After a throw over to first where Schinkel's at, Bagaleos comes home, Cassie pops it up. Towering fly ball to the infield. It'll be the shortstop Sabero making the second out with his catch to put 2 down on just 1 pitch against Cassie. The Tulane first baseman to bat next, Nate Johnson. Last night, 1 of 4 with a run scored. As Johnson swings the first pitch, hitting it straight to Sabero at short. Bells will strand their 1 base runner and cap off a scoreless first for both sides.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Into the second inning in Bellingham after zeros put up by both teams in the first inning. We'll go back into the second. Seebeck still starting here. So the first four batters of the Nanaimo lineup. So it'll be Liam O'Day, Tyler Clements, and Jackson Rankin batting next for the Night Owls as you get a glance at their starting lineup in tonight's West Coast League Divisional Round Game 3. Winner take all in the best of 3 series. These two teams even at a game apiece. So the right-hander Seebeck will go back up to the hill. Had back-to-back looking strikeouts to finish a scoreless first inning. Now against O'Day. Seebeck will get back on the rubber. Deals from the first base side as the right-handed pitcher comes home to O'Day. Swings at the first pitch, blooping it, shallow out to right. Cassie's hat falls off, gets a dive, can't get there. It gets past him. Now O'Day heading into second base. Cassie getting it in foul territory as O'Day trots into third. The long throw late. And that's a leadoff triple. Cassie tried to lay out to make the play, but could not get it. And it's a triple for O'Day. O'Day, the leadoff triple in the second, bringing up Tyler Clements, who was the starting pitcher in last night's game, but of course a two-way guy. Batting here for the Night Owls. First pitch to Clements, strike one on the fastball from Seebeck. So now the Night Owls in good position to try and take the lead here in Game 3 with a man at third. Swing and a miss. Clements down 0-2. At the plate for Clements last night, 0 for 3. On the mound, 5 1/3 innings pitched. Tagged for the loss, allowing 2 runs. The 0-2. Missed by Seebeck, so ball one to the lefty hitter in the DH spot for the Night Owls. Looking to drive in the game's first run after the leadoff triple from O'Day. Count goes even after a pair of misses wide from the right-hander Seebeck. Two. Just poked away foul by Clements to remain even. Seebeck got to 2 strikes against the DH, now trying to look to put him away. Can't do it on that pitch, and it's now a full count. Is it missed outside again to the left-handed hitter? The man at third, 3-2 the count on Clements. No outs in the top of the second in a scoreless game. Seebeck's payoff bounced to the right side of the infield. The run will score. Hayes at second with the play to get the out, but Clements gives the Night Owls a 1-0 lead on the RBI grounder. So Cassie trying to dive in right field to make the play, ends up costing the Bells. If he maybe holds up a little bit, just lets it drop in for a single. It's just a runner at first, and then that ground ball right there maybe just has you with 1 runner on, but instead a run in to score for Nanaimo. And 1 out for the catcher Rankin. Thought about going on his outside fastball he receives from Seebeck, but laid off, and for good reason, it's ball 1. Low miss from Seebeck, so 2 balls and no strikes to start the at-bat against tonight's catcher or today's catcher, I should say, for Nanaimo. 2-0 pitch from Seebeck. Called for a strike. 2-1. Last night, Rankin was 0 of 3 at the plate for Nanaimo in the loss, but the Night Owls the early 1-0 lead. 2-1. Lets it fall below the zone. 3 balls and a strike. Fastest heater that we've seen from Seebeck missing. That one at 93 miles an hour. 3-1 on Rankin. Gets strike 2 called against him on the outside fastball and another full count. Seebeck, a walk and a hit allowed so far through the first 6 batters he's faced. 1 run in to score against him. Now the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and he's got his 3rd strikeout. First in the second in the second out in the second frame. Bringing up the second baseman, Easton Mold, who last night batted 2nd in the order for the Night Owls. Today in the 8th hole, after going 0-4 with a pair of strikeouts. First one, he pops up, and that's going to be a foul ball out of Joe Martin Field's playable infield. No balls and a strike on Mold. Seebeck, the right-hander, home with 2 outs. This one bounced to the left side of the infield for Tyler Peschke at third base. The put-outs, but 1 run in for Nanaimo, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Night Owls heading into the bottom of the 2nd.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
1-0 lead for the Nanaimo Night Owls here on the Sunday Game 3. Winner take all in the West Coast League's opening round of the playoffs. Night Owls with the triple from O'Day and the RBI from Clements have gone ahead. And Bellingham Bells will try and respond. The lineup that we've seen the first 4 batters through with Hayes, Schinkel, and Cassian Johnson all batting in the first inning brings us up with Matt Churchill, the DH, batting next. He'll do the leading off in the second. Bells chasing 1 with Dominic Keebon, Dylan Moss, KG Attori, and Tyler Peschke still to come. Bagaleos, the left-hander, after his scoreless first inning, gets strike 1 against Churchill in there at 83. The DH tonight after catching in last night's win. Churchill was 1 for 4 with an RBI on a ground out that he gained in the very first inning. Now he'll lead off the second today in a 1-ball, 1-strike count. That one missing inside on the most recent pitch from the left-hander Bagaleos. Bottom 2 as the lefty goes from the middle of the rubber home, and Churchill has a foul ball for strike 2. One, 2 to Churchill. The DH hitting a foul ball to the right side. First baseman Cathers takes a look at it as it gets out of play, though. Ball and 2 strikes on Churchill. Leadoff man in the second. Bells chasing 1 after the 1-run top half of the inning. Foul tipped, but not gloved by Rankin. Could have gotten the second strikeout for Bagaleos had he held on. But instead it remains 1-2. Churchill in swing mode here, protecting on the 1-2. Left-hander kicks and deals home to Churchill. Flown to right center field for Noet. Moving to his right, the right fielder has the first out in the bottom of the second. Putting away Matt Churchill to begin the frame. Romanick Keebon, last night 1 of 4, drove in a run on his single in the 6th to make it a 3-1 lead for Bellingham. That ended up being the final score. And the Bells Game 2 win. 1-0 the lead for the visitors. Bagaleos after strike one on Keebon as he sends it up the middle for a base knock. So Keebon a pair of hits in these back-to-back days. Started off in the second with a one-out single up the middle. The Bells have the tying run on base. Moss, the catcher, today after DHing, was 1 for 2 with a walk drawn. He is the go-ahead run early in the game. Bottom 2 with 1 out. Bells trailing by a run. After Keebon's 1-out single, he's at first. 3 steals on the year for Keebon. Got a big lead off of first with that left-hander, though, on the mound. Not focused on him and just dealing home for strike 1 on a swing and miss from Moss. One taken away from the incoming Stanford catcher out of IMG Academy, Dylan Moss. Headed into his freshman year with the Cardinal. 2-1 the count on Moss. Fouled away in an even deuces count to the Bells catcher. KG Hattori on deck with Romanick Keebon at first following his single. The redshirt freshman from La Sierra University dealing on the mound for the Night Owls. The 2-2 pitch, fouled from Moss to keep himself alive. Magaleos held a .426 ERA in 31 2/3 innings with La Sierra this collegiate season. Struck out 25 in those 31 2/3 innings. Made 5 starts and 6 relief appearances. This is first start as a Night Owl this summer. 14th overall appearance. Even in the count against Moss as the catcher lays out for the 3-2. Missing below the zone. Now Moss has it full with 1 out. See if Keebon maybe gets a head start. Try and stay out of the double play. The action pitch coming. Keebon will go. The 3-2 misses outside, and it's a walk. So a pair of base runners in the second as Bellingham tries to answer the 1-run top of the inning. Moss drawing that walk patiently, working a great at-bat with 2 strikes on him. Now runners will be at first and second. KG Hattori has a chance to tie this ball game with a man in scoring position. The Cal Poly commit will bat. First one called for ball 1 against him. Bagaleos tries to redial in his command. Hattori without a hit last night. Left 3 runners on base in his 0 for 2 night. Did have a sacrifice bunt. 2 straight misses to Hattori. Outside pitch missing. It's 2-0. Lefty in need of a strike after issuing the single and walk. 2 runners on and a 2-0 count to KG. Foul ball from Hattori for the first strike. That one was headed right over the middle of the plate, and Hattori's late swing will be the first strike gained by Bagaleos in the at-bat. Two-one, cut foul again by Hattori. Went chasing low that time. And it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count on Bellingham's shortstop. Lefty on lefty matchup with runners at first and second. 1 out in the bottom of the second. The 2-2, runners go. Hattori up the middle. It's through! Keybon going to come in to score. Moss scampering to third. He'll slide in safely. Keybon has tied the game, or on scoring from Hattori's base hit up the middle. So Keiji Hattori drives in the tying run, scoring Keybon from second. Ducks on the pond for Bellingham in the second inning with still only one out. It's the third baseman Peschke batting here with one down. Top of the order on deck. Anything but the inning-ending double play here from Peschke. Gets it in play without a double play result. Bells likely take the lead. Bouncing ball to the right side should do it. Hattori going to second. They will only play for one. In to score is Moss, and Peschke has given the Bells a 2-1 lead on his ground out. The counterpunch from Bellingham in the bottom of the inning, wiping away that early Nanaimo lead. It's now 2-1. Back to the top of the order in Rashad Hayes, who struck out looking. But before he faces him, Cody Andrzejczyk, the Nanaimo head coach, is going to be out there. So not yet a pitching coach meeting, but the head coach is going to take the ball from his left-handed starter. Quick trigger here, taking out Bagaleos from his first start of the summer as Nanaimo goes to their bullpen. The lefty facing the Bells order just the first time through.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Nanaimo is into their bullpen. The opener, Jaden Bagaleos, facing the Bells lineup one time through. Total of an inning and 2/3 pitch for the starting left-hander. And it started to crumble apart here in the second inning, allowing 2 hits and a walk. And then the ground out from Peschke to give Bellingham a 2-1 lead. After the NightOwls had just taken the 1-0 lead, Bellingham answers right back. Hattori will be at third base for the at-bat of Rashad Hayes. Octavian Wells as a Night Owl, just 3 1/3 innings pitched. It's been 4 walks, 4 hits, tagged for 8 runs against him so far. A .333 batting average against, with 1 home run surrendered in his 3 relief appearances. The ERA resting north of 21 for Wells. The Everett Community College freshman will face Rashad Hayes, top of the order. Now a right-handed pitcher on the bump for the Night Owls. Hattori at second base with 2 down in the inning. Hattori got there via his RBI single and then advancing on the grounder from Peschke. So he's in scoring position as Bellingham tries to continue the second inning with some offense scoring. So far, Rashad Hayes yet to see a strike. 2 straight misses from the new arm. There's the strike at 84 from the new arm. Wells taking over from Bagaleos. Hayes struck out looking in his first at-bat, up with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. 2-1 now, the Bellingham lead. That miss uncompetitive for ball 3. Three balls and a strike on Hayes. Right-handed batter in the leadoff spot. Thought about going on the 3-1. They'll check down to see if he offered, and he did not go. Hayes will head down to first base via the 2-out walk. 2 walks issued by the opener, I guess you could call him, by Gallegos. 2 hits allowed. And now Wells in relief, issuing a walk against his first batter. Will face Bo Schinkel, lefty hitting center fielder. Runners at first and second for Bellingham. Already 2 runs in, but 2 outs. NightOwls just trying to head to the third with the score line. Schinkel will try and add to the 1-run lead that Bellingham holds, with the Tory in scoring position, getting his lead off of second base. Wells deals a slide step home that Schinkel bounces to the right side. Mold at second, bobbles it out of his glove. Runner coming in to score. Hattori cheekily around third. And he's in to make it a 3-1 game off the error. With 2 outs, might as well run through everything, and for good reason. What a base running play. It's 3-1. Wow. Mold the error costing the NightOwls another run in the inning. I thought it was just going to extend the frame. I look and I see Hattori hustling about to score. The error makes it 3-1. Both runners going. The throw will go down to second. Schinkel is in there safely. Hayes not contested up to third. Bells are putting the pressure on here in the inning. Forcing the envelope with a steal to put 2 into scoring position for Cassie. Ball and a strike on the right fielder who popped up to the infield in his first at-bat of the game. This one he cuts foul, strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes. 3 runs are in to score in the second for Bellingham as they lead it 3-1. Cassie can make this a blow-up inning. Cassie foul tip. Keep alive 1-2. NightOwls gained the first out against the first batter faced in the inning on Churchill's flyout. Got the out that scored a run against Peschke for 2 outs. Nearly had the inning over with. And the recent batter Schinkel hitting into the air. Now it's Cassie. 1-2, just takes it outside. Outside of the plate against right-handed batters has been a spot where the pitchers have found a bit of a wider strike zone so far early. But that one a bit too far outside of the right-handed hitting Cassie. See if Wells goes back there. No, he comes inside instead and once again misses to make it a 3-2 count. Nate Johnson is on deck. Should a walk load the bases? Wells needs to deliver a good 3-2 pitch. Here is the right-hander's payoff. Cassie will spoil it and see another one, forcing Wells to throw another strike. That one was headed right down the middle. Wells has to locate here if he wants to escape the second with just 3 runs of damage. All those against the starter, though. His base runner, though, Hayes at third. The 3-2. Oh, it hits Cassie. In the back of the neck, it looks like. Went down to the ground, but now we'll pop up. And we'll head to first. Scary play up and inside to Cassie on the hit by pitch. Well, it does load the bases. Trainer checking on Cassie. He obviously wants to stay in this game. And a mound visit coming from Gorman Heimmuller, the Nanaimo NightOwls pitching coach. 3 straight have reached against the right-hander, although it's not necessarily his fault. Easton Mold couldn't field Bo Schinkel's chopping ground out at second base cleanly. That went on to score the run Hattori. Meaning 3-run score against the opener Bagaleos, 2 of them earned. And after the quick word from Heimmuller, bases will be loaded for Nate Johnson. Johnson lined out to the infield in his last at-bat. Retired by the shortstop, Sabero. 2 outs and the bases loaded for the Tulane infielder. First pitch, a high strike one in on the 6'5" Nate Johnson. Hayes at third, Schinkel at second, Cassie at first. 3-1 the lead for Bellingham. 3 runs already into score here in the second. This bounce to the right side. First baseman Cathers has it. Will run to his own bag, and that'll stop the bleeding. Bellingham, though, takes a 3-1 lead, answering the 1-run top half of the second to lead by 2 into the third inning.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. So we travel to the third inning. The offense scoreless for both sides in the first, but 4 runs from each side combined in the second. It's the Bellingham Bells holding a 3-1 lead after their 3-run bottom half of the frame. And this one swung on and grounded from Noet to Peschke at third. A turnaround play and a laser from Peschke at third. With a nice flashy defensive play for the hot corner. So Noet grounds out. Quickly brings up Zaya Cheng, Nanaimo's leadoff man. Center fielder hit a soft liner to Rashad Hayes in his first at-bat. Seaback dealing quickly home, missing upstairs to Cheng as it works through the second time through the order. Nanaimo trailing 3-1. This was the final scoreline in last night's Game 2 victory for Bellingham. 3-1 from Seaback for ball 2. So Seaback with that 3-1 lead, leading by 2, trying to get the Bells through probably an inning more or 2. 3 straight misses to Cheng. 1 walk, 1 hit against Seaback so far. Longest outing for him of the year, 4 1/3 against Wenatchee on July 24th. Pitched it scoreless. That's strike 1 as he goes to the 90-mile-an-hour heater on Cheng. Make it 3-1. (3-1) taken again for strike 2. Most of Seaback's starts have been 3 innings. We saw the starter last night, Charlie Decker, only go 3. Here's a payoff pitch from Seaback with 1 out. Up and inside for ball 4. So it's a 1-out walk gain for the NightOwls to bring the tying run to the plate. Francis Sabero, the shortstop, will bat next. He drew a walk in his first at-bat. That walk issued to Cheng is the second of the game from Seaback. Cheng, 13 steals, going to take off. Fouled away for strike 1. So 13 steals for Cheng. Only has been caught 3 times. Got a big jump that time. Let's see if Seaback and or Moss try and hold him there at first, or if he's going to go quickly again. Seaback did glance back. Now comes set. Shallow lead, and the runner stays. That ball missed outside from the right-hander. Seebeck, 32 innings pitched for the University of San Diego this year, his freshman year with USD. Chang dancing off of first. Now he'll throw over. As Seebeck tries to get Chang, but he read that throw coming and hopped back to first base safely. 9.28 the ERA for Seebeck collegiately this year. That was across 3 starts and 17 bullpen appearances. As he goes over to first again with Chang diving back head first. One fastball missed wide. Seebeck struck out 30 batters in 32 innings with the University of San Diego this year. Biggest thing against him was the .325 opponent batting average. Just 1 hit against him tonight. As Sabero fouls away the 2-1 pitch to draw the count even. Started off this third easily against Noet with the quick grounder, but these last 2 batters making the right-hander work. And another pickoff throw. Close play at first that time on Chang, but he's safely there. Nate Johnson, the first baseman, doing the hold-in at the bag. Two-two as the fastball just missed high. Full count. We'll see if now is the time to set Chang in motion. Saw him go in the very first pitch into Sabero. Seebeck's payoff. Runner stays, and Sabero thought about swinging. They ask for the swing appeal, and they say he did not go. It's back-to-back walks issued by Seebeck to start off the third with 1 out. Tying run aboard for Nanaimo. Go-ahead run to come to the plate. And pitching coach Jim Clem is going to head to the mound for his first meeting with Caleb Seebeck, the right-hander, ahead of the at-bat against Nikoluk. Jim Clem was the pitching coach on the championship team last year, meaning that he had been with the Bellingham Bells for both of their rings, 2014 and 2025. Coach Clem initially joined the Bells staff in 2011 as the pitching coach and recruiting coordinator under Gary Hatch. 2023, he became the head coach before taking a year off in 2024, returned to glory in last summer's championship winning team, leading one of the best pitching staffs in the league, as Coach Clem usually does. This year, pitching staff second best in the league, only to Wenatchee via ERA numbers. Long talk here with the starter Seebeck, the whole infield coming in to chat as well. Bells use their mound visit. We'll get the bullpen warm. You figured it was probably only going to be 3 innings from Seebeck. You can hope from this point he gets you through just that. Let's go for a double play here. Get off the scoreless inning. Have Seebeck heading out of here with a 3-1 lead. Nikoluk will try and change the game with 1 swing, though, for the NightOwls. Batting after striking out, looking against Seebeck, who has 3 strikeouts. None in the inning, though, with just 1 out. After the leadoff ground out from Noet, it's been back-to-back walks to Chang and Sabero, putting runners at first and second for the NightOwls, who trail by 2. One 1-0. After the miss to Nikoluk, the left fielder. Seebeck's 1-0 pitch, taken at a 91 fastball. Strike 1. Nikoluk, the Ventura College outfielder, just 76 at-bats collegiately this year in 21 games. 276 is average during the sophomore season. Lays off the pitch low to make it 2-1. His first year at Ventura after spending his freshman year at Glendale College. Only playing in 17 games, going 10 for 27 at the plate during that time, following a redshirt year at Western Oregon University back in 2024. Seebeck Missing again, so now 3-1 as the fastball goes wayward to the right-handed batting Nikoluk. First and second in the 3-1 count. Seebeck's pitch, up and in, and it's 3 straight walks issued from the starter to load the bases. After getting the first out, second time through the order is 3 straight walks from Seebeck. 4 in the start. Cathers look to flip the scoreboard, with the Night Owls trailing by 2. That tying run now at second, with the runner up at third in Chang. Severo's a tying run at second. At first is Nikoluk. Seebeck still out there trying to find his pitch, and he gets strike one on Cathers. A good start. As the control a bit wild in the third for the starter. After strike 1, that foul ball is strike 2. .50 pitches even for Seebeck. As he hunts 2 more outs in the third, bases loaded for the Night Owls, looking for their counterpunch after the Bells posted 3 in the bottom of the second, following their 1-0 lead in the top half of the second inning. 0-2 foul tip back into Moss's glove. Good for a strikeout by Seebeck. And a great way to get back into this third inning. Gaining your second out, and now a chance to strand the bases loaded, although it is against O'Day, who had that blooping triple out to right field when he let off the second. Right-handed hitter tries to deliver with the bases juiced, and Seebeck missing after a 3-pitch strikeout against Cathers. He misses for ball 1 against O'Day. O'Day out of UC San Diego. Seebeck out of the University of San Diego. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 on to O'Day. Ball and a strike. Moss is coming out to the mound to talk with Seebeck about something. Catcher and pitcher communicate for the 1-1 coming here. Bell's trying to stay in front by 2 runs. Night Owls with the bases loaded. This is a big chance to try and answer the 3-run inning. The 1-1. Foul tip by O'Day, strike 2. Seebeck a strike away from leaving him loaded. Runners at every bag for the Night Owls here in the top of the third. 2 outs. 1-2 the count. Seebeck home with the pitch. It is taken for ball 2, just outside on the fastball. Borderline pitch not going Bellingham's way. And it's 2-2. Fouled off by O'Day. Liam O'Day did not play collegiately in his freshman year with UCSD out of Del Norte High School. Tries to win the battle against a Ventura High School product in Caleb Seebeck. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the third baseman O'Day with the bases loaded. The 2-out pitch from Seebeck, swung on and missed. He leaves them loaded in the third with back-to-back strikeouts. And Bellingham survives the top of the inning. It's still 3-1 Bells in front of the Night Owls.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd and Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd and Black.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Bottom of the third, the lead staying at 3-1 after Nanaimo left them loaded in the top half of the third. Caleb Seebeck, through 3 innings of pitching, 1 run of damage despite a scary top half of this frame. Now it's the Bells' offense job to try and add to the 2-run lead after a 3-run second inning. They'll have to do it against the new pitcher, Andrew Clausen, out of Vancouver Island College. The right-hander dealing the first pitch to Matt Churchill for ball 1. Churchill led off the second with a flyout to right field to begin that 3-run frame. Bells scoring 1 of the runs as a result of an error. All 3 runs against the opener, Bagaleos, and this a sky-high fly ball to the infielder at first base. Cathers putting away Churchill for the first out in the third. Clausen taking over for Octavian Wells, who got the final out in the second, but not before he let 3 base runners reach, 1 via the error. Finished his relief appearance with no hits, no runs, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch, and no strikeouts for Wells. Romanick Keebon batting after his single in the 7th was the first hit of Bellingham's game. Now they've got 2 total between him and Hattori. Hattori with the RBI knock to follow that scored Keebon. Left fielder taking his first strike, dropped in from Andrew Clausen. Ball and a strike. Keebon fouls off the 1-1. He's headed to the University of Washington after 1 year with the University of Nevada, a year where Keebon hit .342 as his batting average through 50 games. His first year in Division I after sophomore season at Lassen College. On the ground and up the middle from Keebon. He's got back-to-back hits and back-to-back plate appearances across these 2 frames. And deja vu of the last frame after the Churchill out to lead it off. Keebon reaching on the single. Bringing up Dylan Moss, who had a walk in the second and scored a run. Moss, the brother of Dean Moss, Tampa Bay Rays prospect, drafted last year, 67th overall. Moss, a high prospect, headed to Stanford as he swings through strike 1. Coming from IMG Academy here to Bellingham for the summer. One ball and a strike. 39 games played during the regular season for Moss. This would be number 42 counting postseason for him. Lays off ball 2, low on the breaking pitch from Clausen, the new arm. Games played is 4th most on the team behind Tyler Peschke, who played in the most in the regular season with 48. Cassie and Churchill both played in 44. And then Moss playing in the 39 during the regular season. This, a rope up the middle, and he lines it for a base knock. Back-to-back one-out singles for Bellingham, and they've got things cooking once again as the bottom of the order goes to work. KG Hattori trying to add to his 1-hit RBI run box score with runners at first and second, both with good speed as well. 7 steals for Moss on the year, 3 for Keebon. Seen the Bells be aggressive, stealing back in the second inning off the catcher Rankin. Hattori ended the regular season as the Bells' leader in batting average. .342 his average. Drove in 27 runs throughout his 31 games. Was the Jason Hager most inspirational player on the team as well, earning that honor. Bells give out 2 individual awards to members of the team. It's the Bell of the Year, which was Charlie Decker. Then the Jason Hager Most Inspirational Award, which was Keiji Hattori. 2 straight misses so far to the shortstop. Not the time to issue a walk after back-to-back hits. Classen will have to get himself back into the count, trailing 2-0 with 1 out in the bottom of the third. New right-hander on the bump for this inning for Nanaimo. 3 straight misses to Hattori start the battle against him. Three balls and no strikes on Hattori with 1 out. First and second for the Bells. Classen needs a strike. His pitch taken down the middle. Strike 1. Three walks drawn at the plate for Bellingham's batters tonight. Pickoff throw back to second base where Keybon's in safely. The shortstop Sabero playing up the middle with the left-handed hitting Hattori at the plate. Good bat-to-ball skills for this shortstop, though. See if he can find one of the gaps. He won't get the chance to, as it's a 5-pitch walk to Hattori. Missing outside on that pitch from Classen. And once again, the bases are loaded. We saw the NightOwls load the bases in the top of the third. They couldn't score a run off of it, following 3 straight walks from Caleb Seebeck. With 1 out, it's 2 hits and a walk to juice him up for the bottom of the order hitter, Tyler Peschke. Found himself with runners in scoring position his last time up and hit a bouncing ball to the right side to score a run. Peschke, the RBI after that 4-3 grounder in the second inning. Now, chance to blow the game open. Bell's looking for a crooked number. First one misses low. Peschke can be patient here. So far, the right-hander with 2 hits and a walk allowed. Slipping a little bit. Force him to throw you the pitch you want. And then once you get it, hammer it. 1-0. He does hammer it down the third base line and fair. It's into the corner. 2 runs are in to score. Peschke standing up at second with a 2-run double. The lead is 5-1 after that knock from Peschke. 100 miles an hour off his bat. Sneaking it fair. Keybon and Moss scoring. And the lead is up to 4. Runners will be at second and third for the top of the order. Rashad Hayes, Hattori at third base. Peschke behind him at second. 2 runs in off that double from Peschke. And he's got 3 RBI in the game. Breaking pitch into Rashad Hayes. Gets Classen over for strike 1. Hayes looking at a breaking pitch that dropped below the zone. Walking a strikeout so far the first 2 times through for Hayes. His 3rd time in the order already coming in the 3rd inning. Speaks for all the traffic. This a half swing down to third base. Sliding grab from O'Day. He'll rip across to first, but it's going to be an RBI grounder from Hayes. Scoring Hattori from third to add to this Bells lead, making it 6-1. That check swing grounder driving in a run for Hayes, bringing up Bo Schinkel with Peschke also advancing up to third. The bottom of the order, hitters 6 and on. Done the bulk work so far to establish the 6-1 lead for Bellingham. All 5 hits by Bellingham have come through that 6, 7, and 8 and 9 spots. Those bottom 4 hitters establishing a 5-run lead for the Bells. Now it's the top of the order trying to do things. Hayes did drive in a run on that ground out. Bo Schinkel will try and keep the 3rd inning alive with 2 outs. He's ahead in the count 2-0. With the new arm Classen still out there in the 3rd in this bullpen game for the NightOwls. Fouled away from Schinkel on his late try. Strike 1. Keybone Moss and Hattori now have all reached in both of their plate appearances and have scored each time. Peschke trying to score his first run of the game at third base. The lead is 5 for Bellingham, up 6-1. Miss to Schinkel is ball 3. Klassen in relief. 3 hits and a walk issued in this third inning. Three and one. Schinkel skies to center field for Chang on his move to the right. Is able to put away his center field counterpart, but not before the Bellingham Bells put up 3 more runs, and they lead it 6-1 into the 4th.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Mar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
The lead now 5 for Bellingham as we head into the 4th. And the Bells have a new pitcher on the mound. Gavin Hashey going to take over in relief for the starter, Caleb Seebeck. Seebeck going 3 innings of 1-run work. Gave up the lone run in the second inning following that leadoff triple that got past Noah Cassie out in right field. It's still the only hit for the Night Owls. Seebeck did issue 4 walks, but got back-to-back strikeouts in the third to take 5 Ks through 3 innings as the strikeout struggles continue for these Night Owls hitters. And it'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters to face the new arm Hashey. As the Texas A&M Corpus Christi right-hander takes over with a 5-run lead after the 3-run bottom of the third. Back-to-back 3-run innings for Bellingham, giving Hashey a nice cushion, and for Hashey, a guy that hasn't needed much cushion when he comes out to pitch. 17 innings of relief so far for him on the year. Only 3 runs against him. The ERA of 1.59 as Magaleos is the DH today. We had a late scratch that was late to get up to the press box. We didn't hear about it until the second inning that Clements was actually scratched from the DH spot, putting Bagaleos in there. The pitcher who started this game and staying in as the DH. He hit into a 4-3 ground out RBI, so for Bagaleos it was a productive first plate appearance. He did not have a plate appearance for the Night Owls all summer long, but doing the DHing here with Clements being scratched. We saw Clements exit last game with a bit of hand discomfort, was shaking it after he got pulled out of the game, and you wonder if it's still bothering him, which drew him out of the start. And I was told that Nanaimo is really low on position players, and that's why you see a pitcher in the DH spot. Ball and 2 strikes on Bagaleos from Hashey. Drop below the zone for a ball 2. You got to believe you just go after this guy. Knowing his amount of at-bats this year being 0 prior to today. Not the type of guy you want to walk, especially to lead off the 4th inning. Hashey will try and put him away with 2-2. Pulled it inside. It's ball 3. Hashey's first batter face in relief, in danger of maybe the leadoff walk, but it is a full count. Bagaleos trying to reach. The payoff pitch. Chopper to Hattori, charging from short. The hard throw across to Nate Johnson at first retires the leadoff man in the 4th inning for Nanaimo. It's pretty unbelievable, Nanaimo losing so many faces. And now the question is, you know, not seeing Wodelski in the lineup, not seeing Nanez, not Musser. They're not all in the lineup after starting last night. You wonder if they're even still with the team, because you would have figured you put one of those position players into the DH spot. One out to start the fourth for the Night Owls. The late weeks in Nanaimo, tough with their roster adjustments. All teams in the West Coast League struggle when you get into the playoffs, having guys drop out. Usually, though, head into the playoffs with a core group of guys that you think are going to be there for the whole time. As at least that's how it's been for the Bells the last couple of years. Once we finish the regular season, we know exactly who we have for the next 2 weeks of the playoffs. For Nanaimo, though, not the same case. Rankin batting in a 1-1. Strike 2 from Hashi. Got inside to the lefty hitter as the catcher struck out swinging in his first at-bat. One of the 5 strikeouts that Seebeck had in his start. Now Hashi may be chasing his first after getting the ground out to start the inning. 1-2, he'll get just that. Swinging strikeout for Gavin Hashi in relief, puts 2 outs in the fourth. Hashi this summer, 17 strikeouts in just as many innings pitched. He pitched his first 15 frames as a Bell, scoreless. Gave up 3 runs in his 16th inning of work. His most recent time pitching, tossed it scoreless. This is his 10th appearance of the year. 2-0 record for him. Comebacker over Hashi. It'll be a tough play, and Hayes trying to make it on the backhand. Will not be able to grab it. It's an infield hit. Looked like that was going to be trouble either way with how slow it was getting to the infielders. Maybe should have been Hattori's ball since he has the momentum going towards first base, but Hayes called it to try and make a backhanded play. I don't think either of them would have gotten it had they fielded it cleanly. So the runner's at first with 2 outs. Bottom of the order hitter Noet is in. Breaking pitch is strike 1 on him. Quick ground out for Noet in his first at bat. The right fielder hit a grounder to third. 176 the batting average throughout the regular season for this right-handed hitter. 20 games played for Nanaimo. A couple of breaking balls from the right-hander Hashi. One a strike, that one a ball to the Everett Community College outfielder. Ball and a strike. Pulled for ball 2 from Hashi. Missed in that same spot a couple times with that pitch. Holding on to it a bit too long. Now the right-hander's set for a 2-1. That one hit well, but foul by just a foot. Noet all over that pitch, crushing it 98 miles an hour off his bat. Did not stay fair. So the count 2-2 after that foul ball. Hashi, after not pitching with the Islanders this year, has impressed in his Bells tenure. Now with 2 outs, trying to get his scoreless inning out the pen. This one popped up behind home plate. Moss will watch it get out of play, so it stays even. Two straight outs gained to start the relief appearance for Hashi. Issued the 2-out infield hit to Mold, who's at first. The pitch swung on and missed, and it's 2 strikeouts in the inning for Hashi. To throw it scoreless in the fourth, keeping the 5-run lead alive for Bellingham.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Night Owls have a new arm pitching for the bottom of the fourth following the one inning of relief by Andrew Klassen. They have to go to another arm in what is looking like it's going to be a full bullpen game for these Night Owls. You wonder which pitcher maybe gets stretched out a little bit, as we will see Jack and Roan taking over. The right-hander out of Golden West College pitches next for these Night Owls. Down by 5, a 6-1 lead for the Bells following 3 runs scored against Andrew Klassen in the bottom of the third inning. Bells with back-to-back 3-run frames, tagging Klassen in the most recent inning for 3 base hits for 3 runs. 1 walk issued from Klassen in that frame and no strikeouts. So the new right-hander, Roan, will face Noah Cassie, Nate Johnson, and Matt Churchill. The top half of the lineup trying to keep pace with what the bottom half has done in the game. No hits so far through the first 5 hitters. Cassie has been on base with a hit by pitch that he was hit by in a full count, so it would have been a walk if it hadn't hit him, but we'll still take the on-base percentage boost, and ball 1 starts the bottom of the fourth from the new arm. Cassie, grounded to short. Sabero cleanly fields, and his throw to Cathers retires Cassie to start the inning. Bottom of the fourth, starting on that grounder from Cassie. Nate Johnson, who is 0 of 2 in the game, will bat next. Two seasons with Tulane in Johnson's career. Went to Tulane out of Westlake High School in California, traveling up north to the Pacific Northwest to play in the West Coast League. First pitch a miss to him for the new right-hander, Roan, who's just looking for a clean frame. The only inning that has been close to clean for Night Owls pitching was the first, where the starter, Bagaleos, faced 4 batters, issuing 1 walk, but so far yet to have a 3-up, 3-down inning for either team. One base runner in every inning so far. Two 2-0 to Johnson. Tight miss inside at 85. 3-0 the count. So after retiring the first base runner, Cassie, on the grounder, Roan needs to find the strike. On a 3-0 pitch, he deals it right down the middle, a bit low, but clipped the zone for strike 1. Three and 1 count on Johnson with 1 out. Thought about offering. The pitch low is not swung on. Asked the third base umpire if he went. Johnson did not, so he will take the 5-pitch walk to go to first base for the first time tonight safely. Matt Churchill trying to reach for the first time as well. Going 0 of 2 with a fly out to right and a pop-up to the first baseman when he led off the third. Puget Sound catcher DHing tonight. One of the biggest power hitters we've got on this team. 1 out pitch to Churchill, missing upstairs for ball 1. 6 home runs on the year for Churchill. 8 if you count the non-league games. One of those being an inside the park home run. 2-0 after that one. Bounced a couple feet before home plate for this new pitcher for the Night Owls. Only used 4 pitchers through the first 2 games, 2 pitchers in each of Game 1 and Game 2 for Nanaimo, setting up a pretty deep bullpen you would expect at least for Game 3, and that's what we're seeing here in the bullpen game. Night Owls deploying everyone. After a walk against Johnson, 3 balls and no strikes on Churchill. And it's a 4-pitch walk. 2 straight free passes issued, putting runners at first and second for Bellingham. 5-run lead for the Bells, up 6-1. Dominic Keebon working on a 2 of 2 night at the dish with 2 runs scored. Night Owls already got another arm going. Down by 5, needing this thing to stay in control for Nanaimo, at least for the offense if they come around. Just 2 hits at the plate offensively for Nanaimo so far, and another ball thrown to Keebon. It's now 6 straight out the zone missed from the right-hander. If you go through the last one to Johnson, the 4-pitch walk to Churchill, the 1-0 start against Keebon. He'll just try and break the rhythm, throwing back to second. Johnson not a threat to steal, but Roan just needing a reset. One and 0 crushed out to right. This one way back. It's gone! A 3-run shot for Keebon in the playoffs. Playoff Dominic Keebon crushing it 353 out to right. It blows the game open. 9-1 your score. What a day for Keebon at the plate. 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 RBI. The lead now 8 for Bellingham in this decisive Game 3. The Night Owls season looking bleak to continue from here on out as Keebon blows the door open. Now it's Moss taking ball 1. What a moment for the Bellingham Bell. Now it's Moss crushing it hard out to left, but this one playable by Nikoluk, retiring him on the 106-mile-an-hour flyout. Moss hits the ball so hard, but just sat down for the second out. KG Hattori walking a single, 2 runs scored and an RBI. Bellingham has had 3 straight 3-run innings. They did it as a team in the second and third. 2 base runners got on for Dominic Keebon in this frame, and he launched it out for a 3-run homer. Two straight misses to Hattori with 2 outs in the 4th. So Roan tagged for the 3-run homer in the bottom of this 4th inning, his first in relief. And the lead now 8, 9-1. Bellingham leading by 8 runs. Hattori with a fly ball to center field. Should stop the 4th inning for Nanaimo with Chang's glove, and it does just that. It's another 3-run inning. Dominic Keebon with a 3-run homer to make it 9-1 into the 5th.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim Orthopedic Surgeons.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. So how about this start for Bellingham? Through 4 innings, a 9-1 lead in the winner-take-all Game 3 of the West Coast League's opening round in the postseason. 3 straight 3-run innings by Bellingham's offense. Gavin Hashey to pitch the 5th, with the NightOwls trailing by 8. Right-hander's first pitch in to start the 5th inning is ball 1. As up to the plate is the top of the order in Chang. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. Hashey in his first inning, the 4th of relief. Gave up 1 hit and had 2 strikeouts. Pair of misses into Zia Chang to start the 5th. The Hawaii Pacific University center fielder looks for his first knock. Just 2 hits by Nanaimo's offense tonight. 6 from Bellingham. 3 straight misses from Hashey to begin the 5th inning. Chang held a .324 batting average with HPU. 71 at-bats in that time. 3 balls and no strikes to start his 5th inning. Drew the walk to reach with 1 out in the 3rd. Does see a strike from Hashey. Low in the strike zone, but over the plate for a 3-1 count. 4 walks from the starter Seabeck, none yet for Hashey. That could change on this 3-1. And it does on the wide miss. A 5-pitch walk issued to Nanaimo's leadoff man. Lots of work to be done for the NightOwls, but it can be done. If the Bells can score 9 runs in 3 innings, you could think that the NightOwls offense could maybe string together the 8 runs they need over the last 5 frames. Entering the 5th here. And it all starts with base runners. Chang reaching on the walk. Sabero so far on base both times via free passes. Foul tip on the first pitch for strike 1. Sabero out of the University of Pikeville. Held a .288 batting average collegiately this year in 44 games. Produced 31 RBI and 35 runs with 10 steals and 3 home runs. Runner going on the 0-1. A bouncer to Hayes at second, so that takes away the double play, but Bellingham second baseman Rashad Hayes will retire Sabero, so the hit and run putting Chang at second base for a 1-out plate appearance to Aiden Nicoluk. Strikeout and a walk for Nanaimo's left fielder. One out for the right-handed batting Nicoluk against the right-handed pitching Gavin Hashey with a runner at second. That one to the backstop, and that's going to give Chang 90 feet. And the wild pitch from Hashey. Last season, the NightOwls held a 23-31 record. Just about flipped that this year with their 30-24 record. First time that the team had been above 500 since they joined the West Coast League in 2022. Making their first ever postseason here in 2026. Got to play in front of their hometown fans for their first ever postseason game as well, as this is fouled off the right side from Nicoluk. Got to play their first ever postseason game as a team in front of the home crowd and delivered a walk-off win in Game 1 of this 3-game series. Beating the Bells in the 9th inning comeback. Last night, the 3-1 win from the Bells forced us into this Game 3, and the Bells have dominated through the first 4 innings, up by 8 runs. Nicoluk off the inside of his bat fouls away his second strike. Now 1-2. NightOwls were founded in 2020, not beginning until 2022, missing first couple years during the pandemic. Nicoluk looks at strike 3. The breaking pitch dropped on the inside. Has Hashey's 3rd strikeout today. There's 2 down to start the 5th with the man at third off the walk. And Cathers to bat next, trying to snap his 0-2 streak that has featured back-to-back strikeouts. Night Owls named themselves the Night Owls to honor the 1920s Nanaimo Owls, partially, and although a lot of fans wanted them to be called the Nanaimo Bars, they decided to go under 2 names, sporting the Bars jerseys at home during day games. Also sell the famous snack at the ballpark, of course. But when they play their night games or day games on the road, they're known as the Night Owls. 0-2 start against Cathers at the plate. Strikeout looking in the first to end that frame. Struck out swinging in the third, which was Seebeck's 4th of his outing. Seebeck finished with 5 strikeouts. Hashi already with 3. 8 strikeouts by the staff. And an 0-2 count with a man at third. Check swing is going to be blooped out into right field. That drives in a run from Cathers. Didn't want to swing at it, but he'll just pop it out there on a 65-mile-an-hour exit velo to drive in a run. 3 hits tonight for Nanaimo, and 2 of them have been bloop hits, with the triple to O'Day blooping into right. Same with that Cathers RBI knock, but Nanaimo does score their second run, plating Chang to make it 9-2 in the top of the 5th. Runner at first with 2 outs. Gavin Hashi home to O'Day. Strike 1, dealt in for the right-hander. Nanaimo obviously not a long time in the West Coast League, so their alumni list not too deep as far as prospects that they have. No major leaguers yet. Connor Cascanetti played in 2022. As the runner takes off, the swing and a miss. Cathers will be in safely with the steal. He played in 2022, Cascanetti did. He's most recently been in Double-A for the Miami Marlins. Hayden Cuthbertson played in 2023 and 2024. High of the Miami Marlins. As that foul tip is back into the glove of Moss, and good for a strikeout. Hashi, 4 strikeouts, 1 run across in the 5th for the Night Owls to cut the lead to 7 with Bellingham in front halfway through the ball game.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Peter Cunningham will be the next arm to throw for the Nanaimo Night Owls in this bullpen game for the visitors. It has not gone the way they've dreamed through the first 4, but plenty of baseball still left to play. It'll be Peter Cunningham trying to keep the Bells at their 9-run total, as the Night Owls trail by 7 runs in this winner-take-all Game 3 in the opening round of the West Coast League playoffs. Bells have had 3 straight 3-run innings, the 3-run homer from Keybon, the highlight in the 4th to make the lead 9-1 at the time. Night Owls do get 1 in the top of this 5th inning. And halfway through, Cunningham will take over down by 7, relieving Jack and Roan, who goes 1 inning of work with 1 hit, only allowed the homer, but those 2 walks right before it issued resulted in a 3-run homer. No strikeouts for Roan. giving things to Peter Cunningham, who has only gained 1 out in 1 appearance for Nanaimo as a pitcher this summer. And against Tyler Peschke, he starts it off with ball 1. So faced the 1 batter during the regular season for Cunningham, and now called upon in the playoffs. Taking over in the bottom of the 5th against Bellingham's third baseman Peschke, who's got 3 RBI tonight. And 2 straight misses to Peschke, who doubled to score 2 runs in the 3rd inning. Grounded out in the 2nd to drive in a run. 2-0 pitch to him. Oh, he lost the bat. And the first strike will also result in the walk of shame for Peschke over to grab his bat that was loose. KG Hattori going to bring out the sticky stuff for his teammate to spray on that bat. Make sure he doesn't send one out into the crowd. That one hit the protective netting just right in front of the club seats on the third base side of our Wiku Diamond here at Joe Martin Field. Two and 1 count on Peschke after that foul tip strike to start the bottom of the 5th. Against the Night Owls' 5th pitcher in the game, Peter Cunningham, in the 5th inning. That one bounced on home plate for ball 3. 6 walks drawn for Bellingham in the game. Peschke with a rocket out to right, straight to Noet though. Ooh, oh, he couldn't get it. It dropped. Peschke now heading to 3rd as Noet finally fields it. And he'll be held up at 3rd. What a terrible mistake in right field by Malachi Noet. Looked like it should have been routine, but it just sliced down. And top spinning away from Noet. We'll have it dropping in. And it's going to be an error. Rarely do you see outfield errors, but that one, off the glove of Noet. And Peschke going to 3rd. Wow. At this point in the ball game, Nanaimo could not have anything like that against them. Now Bellingham trying to score their 10th run with a man at 3rd. Rashad Hayes batting. Strike 1 in on Hayes. Top of the order hitter getting his 4th at bat. It's the 2nd error of the night for the Night Owls. The last one, an error in the 2nd inning that led to a run on its play. Now Hayes trying to drive in a run with no outs. His ground out in the 3rd collected him his first RBI of the game. He's 0 of 2 with a walk. No balls and 2 strikes on Hayes. Cunningham gets strike 3, swinging and missing. Down goes Hayes for just the 2nd strikeout at the plate for Bellingham. Both of them have been against Hayes, and it's the first out in the 5th. Bo Schinkel. It would be a shame to not score this run in following that error. Of course, Bells don't really deserve it. And it should have been a routine play in right field. Just got away from Noet. As it just spun away. Now Schinkel will try and get the bat to the ball to try and drive in the run, but takes strike 1 to start his at-bat. 0 for 2 tonight is Schinkel. A walk and a steal. Peschke at 3rd in the 9-2 lead for Bellingham. Upstairs miss at 86 for ball 1 on Schinkel. One in the dirt. Top 4 hitters in the order still without a base hit for Bellingham's. Just 6 hits for the Bells overall. 3 from Keybon. 1 from Peschke, Hattori, and Moss. 2-2. Foul ball from Schinkel. And Cunningham with that runner at 3rd. Not to his fault on the air. Should have 2 outs in the 5th, but instead it's a man at 3rd. He tries to get a strikeout here after sitting down his first batter of the game, Hayes, on the strikeout following the error. That inside miss to Schinkel will be ball 4. So runners placed on the corners for Noah Cassie. Cassie has just one sacrifice fly on the year. Trying to avoid the double play ball. He's yet to hit into a double play on the summer. Will bat with one out, working on an 0 of 2 night that features a hit by pitch. His fourth plate appearance coming with men at first and third, and a pitch in the dirt from Cunningham is ball 1. One and 0, way high. Runner is going to take second and home. Peschke in to score off the wild pitch as the catcher ranking could not find that one. And off the error and wild pitch, about as messy as you can get, Bellingham scores their 10th run of the game. Peschke touching home following that error that put him at third. And Schinkel up at second now in scoring position for Cassie with one out. It's 10-2. The lead back up to 8 for the Bells. Here in this winner go home game 3. Cassie hitting a ground ball to third baseman, bobbled by O'Day. Now he recovers, throws across, and in time to sit down Cassie. Schinkel will move up to third following the throw from O'Day. So good job by the hot corner infielder for the Night Owls to knock that one down and get the second out in the 5th. Bells have scored in 4 straight innings, though, and it looks like instead of seeing Nate Johnson, the left-hander, they're going to go to their bullpen. So 10-2 the lead for the Bellingham Bells as the Nanaimo makes a pitching change with 2 outs in the 5th.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Night Owls make another pitching change, this time midway through the 5th inning. With 2 outs, inheriting the runner at third will be Cody O'Donnell, relieving Peter Cunningham after he only faces 4 batters. Doesn't allow a hit, has the error against him, and a walk with 1 unearned run to score. The inherited runner against him as well, but it would be unearned if it scores with 2 outs in the inning. The inning should be over, if not for the error out in right field by Noah, the right fielder, on Peschke's hard line drive. Now it is Nate Johnson after ball 1 on a check swing, taking 2 straight misses from the new arm O'Donnell. 6th appearance for this right-hander with Nanaimo on the summer. 5 runs scoring against him in 10 innings on 10 hits and 3 walks. He does have 11 punch-outs, though. Johnson on a line out to right, in front of the right fielder, Noah, and down for an RBI knock. That one crushed 101 off the bat of Johnson's left-handed swing, and it makes it an 11-2 ball game. Lead up to 9, the highest it's been for Bellingham tonight. And Matt Churchill tries to keep the 5th inning going with 2 outs. Breaking pitch into the right-handed hitting Churchill for ball 1. 0 of 2 tonight. That base hit for Nate Johnson, his first, and the first of the first 5 hitters by Bellingham's lineup to record a base knock, just the 7th today. And with 11 runs posted, not having your first 5 hitters without a hit until that RBI knock, feel pretty good about how the offense is, especially potentially heading into the next round of the playoffs. Face against the Wenatchee Apple Sox. Bells go on to take the win. They'll play the Apple Sox Tuesday night in Wenatchee after Wenatchee swept Kelowna in the opening round. Matt Churchill 1-2 in the count right now with 2 outs. O'Donnell on the mound in relief, looking for one more out. Pitch to Churchill off the inside of his bat and caught by the shortstop Sabero before it dropped. So that is the 3rd out. Bells add on 2 more runs. They've scored in their last 4 innings and lead it 11-2 into the 6th.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. New inning and a new pitcher for your Bellingham Bells. Cal Young takes over in relief for Gavin Hashey following 2 innings of relief for Hashey, the right-hander. Bringing out the lefty Cal Young for the 6th. It's an 11-2 lead that the Bells hold over the Night Owls. And the winner take all game 3 here today. In the opening round of the West Coast League playoffs. Winner faces Wenatchee on Tuesday in the North Division Championship game. The Apple Sox will host. And Cal Young's first pitch in the dirt to the DH, the pitcher who started the game. Bagaleos so far of 2 with a pair of groundouts. Has put the ball in play both times, though, for the pitcher getting his first at-bats of the summer. Hashey finishing off 2 innings of relief with 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit, 1 run allowed. That foul ball makes it 2-1 as Young comes in relief in the 6th. Just needing to throw strikes from here on out. Every guy for the Bells to pitch from here on out. Get it over the zone, force the Night Owls to put the ball in play, and hopefully just get the game moving along. So that one inside, and it actually hit Bagaleos. It'll be a hit by pitch. First Bells pitcher to issue a hit by pitch today. Bagaleos hit near the hands. Bringing up the catcher Rankin. He's got a pair of strikeouts. Young on the summer. This will be his 15th appearance, second to only Thrasher Steed for the most times pitched this year. Breaking pitch getting Young over for strike one against Rankin. 17 strikeouts in 16 and a third innings for Cal Young. 9 walks and 23 hits has been the damage against him, allowing a .348 batting average against him and 3 home runs. Working to string together some good relief appearances for Bellingham, though, out of the pen, and trying to help the Bells advance to the next round of the playoffs. 0-2 hit on the ground, and it gets past the diving Hattori at short into left field for a single. So the hit by pitch and the knock have 2 base runners on for the Night Owls in the 6th. With no outs, it'll be Easton Mold, the bat, against Cal Young. Four of the last 5 relief appearances for Cal Young have been scoreless. Gave up 1 run against the Victoria Harbor Cats back on the 31st, but had a scoreless inning against the Edmonton Riverhawks that featured 2 strikeouts. As the University of British Columbia commit pitches against Easton Mold, missing for ball 1, with 2 men on for Nanaimo. Back-to-back misses to Mold to make it 2-0. Cal Young already has himself a ring with the Bellingham Bells, trying to help the Bells chase potentially back-to-back championship victories. After pitching last year for Bellingham, being an all-West Coast League selection on the honorable team, throwing a 2.08 ERA in 34 2/3 innings. ERA this summer sitting at 6.61 for Cal. 3-0 count with runners at first and second, no outs in the 6th. Young finds his strike at 87. The 3-1. That one popped up, shallow right field. Cassie in, calling it off from Hayes. He'll have the first out in the 6th. First out in relief for Young. Good recovery after falling behind 3-0 as well. Now he'll face the bottom of the order hitter, Malachi Noet. Committed that costly error in the bottom of the 5th inning, helping the Bells score both of their runs in the 5th. Both of those going unearned following the leadoff error that Noet had in right field. Strike 1 in on him. Begin the at-bat. Oh, 1 from Young, missing for ball 1. Young, the 3rd pitcher to throw for Bellingham today. The starter, Seebeck, went 3. Hashi, 2 in relief. That swing and miss has a ball and 2 strikes on Noet. Young allowing the first 2 base runners to reach against him in the 6th inning after getting the fly out to right. And the count 1-2 on the right fielder Noet. Here's the left-hander's pitch with 1 out. Hit out to left well on a good swing, but foul. 95 miles an hour off the bat of Noet, but not in play. So it remains 1-2. The lead resting at 9 for Bellingham. Runners at first and second as the Night Owls try and start chipping away at the lead. Their season on the line today. If they can't go on to come back and win it, they'll be headed home. If the Bells can win it, they'll be headed to Wenatchee for the North Divisional Championship game. Wenatchee, the only team to sweep the opening round. The South Division matchups between Portland and Ridgefield, and then Corvallis and Walla Walla set for their game 3s tonight. Young gets ball 2 called against him, just missing on the outside. Two-two pitch. Outside, another narrow miss from Young. Noed has worked it full. Young's payoff pitch is way inside. Noed had to dance out of the way of it, and it's ball 4. Hit by pitch, walk. Single representing 3 base runners for the Night Owls, and pitching coach Jim Clem is going to go talk with his left-hander. 1 out for Young in relief here with the big 9-run lead. Just looking to try and force the Night Owls to put the ball in play here. They hit by pitch and walk from Young. Did give up the single, of course, but the other time the ball got put in play resulted in an out. You'll take those ratios. Jim Clem has worked with Cal Young for many seasons as a Bell, and this is Cal Young's 4th season with Bellingham, 3rd working with Coach Clem. During the 2023 season, Young made 1 scoreless appearance late in the season for the Bells. It was one of those late season additions that we needed for the postseason and down the stretch of the regular season. That's when Jim Clem was the head coach. When Young was an all-star in 2024, that's when he was under Steve Ward's pitching coach staff. Jim Clem taking the year off, and then last year on the championship team, Young being coached by Clem, and with this year. 1 out on the leadoff man, Chang, swinging through strike 1. Chang tonight with a pair of walks. He'll try and spark some offensive momentum for the Night Owls with the bases loaded. Down by 9 in the top of the 6th with 1 out. Low and inside miss from Young for ball 1. Chang did not play his freshman year at Hawaii Pacific in 2025. Decided to stay on the islands for his collegiate baseball growing up in Maui. This a ground ball, could be 2. Hattori with a toss to Hayes at second. To first, not in time as Chang beats it down the line. So the Night Owls will score a run after the failed double play turned as Bagaleos comes in to score. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Sabero to bat next after that ground ball that did not result in the double play. And it's now 11-3, and Nanaimo scoring on that RBI from Chang, who's now at first, and swinging through strike 1 is Sabero. At third is Rankin. Noet taking off the base paths on the double play, or the attempted double play ball. That runner gotten out at second base on the 6-4. This foul tip makes it 0-2 against Sabero. The lefty-on-lefty advantage to Young. Can now expand his strike zone and see if Sabero chases. Young without a strikeout yet. His first inning of relief here in the 6th. Here's the left-hander's 0-2. High miss for ball 1. Against the Nanaimo shortstop. So the lead cut down by 1. 8-inning difference between these two teams in the winner-take-all game 3. Young missing that one, and it gets away. Base runner from third headed home, and he's in to score off the wild pitch. It's now 11-4 with 2 runs scoring off Young in the inning. Chang also moving up to second base. The difference is 7. This is what the Night Owls need for a comeback. Just chip it away. 2 runs in the 6th. This ground ball should retire the side. Hayes putting it over to first base, but 2-run score for the Night Owls, and it's 11-4 heading into the bottom of the 6th inning.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. So Nanaimo with some offensive work done in the top half of the 6th, scoring 2 runs, matching their game total up to this point to make it an 11-4 lead for the Bells. And it's a 3-run homer man, Robinick Keybon, to do the leading off in the bottom of the 6th. Keybon had just 1 home run in the regular season, and it came in the season finale. He's found his power stroke, hitting the 3-run homer in the 4th. And the Bells' 11-4 lead carried into the bottom of the 6th against O'Donnell, the right-hander, who stays out in relief for the 6th after finishing off the 5th inning. This one flown to left center field by Keybon, and Chang puts away Bellingham's leadoff in the inning on a flyout. O'Donnell got the final out in the 5th after giving up an RBI knock to Nate Johnson. And mound visit coming. Night Owls going to throw their next arm. So, although they didn't make a pitching change into the inning, they'll make it quickly here in the 6th with 1 out.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Nanaimo with a quick trigger pitching change in the 6th following the out against Keybon. Looks like the plan was for O'Donnell to just face the first man in the 6th, and he's taken out for Addison Maddox. Running out of room on my pitchers list on the scorebook. Maddox is pitcher number 7 to throw for Nanaimo today. And in the 6th, deals up and in to Dylan Moss. Agaleos the starter, Octavian Wells to follow him, then Andrew Klassen, Jack and Roan, Peter Cunningham, Cody O'Donnell, and now Addison Maddox out of the University of Akron. Pitching and missing high and upstairs to begin his at-bat, facing Dylan Moss. Single and a walk for Moss. Both times he's reached, he has scored. One out in the bottom of the 6th with an 11-4 lead for the Bellingham Bells. And the Game 3 winner take all. Strike one from Maddox at 90 miles an hour. Foul tip from Moss, 1-2. Maddox on the summer, 9.38 his ERA in 11 appearances with the Night Owls. 31 2/3 innings pitched. Of the current pitching staff, second most innings of work for Maddox compared to the rest of his teammates. One and two on Moss. Swing and a miss. Goes down fishing for strike 3, and Maddox has his first strikeout for the second out in the 6th inning, and Keiji Hattori bats next. Hattori 1 for 2, 2 runs scored, a single and a walk without a run driven in. Maddox now 20 strikeouts with that swing and miss against Dylan Moss. 20 strikeouts on the summer and 31, or now with that out, 32 innings pitched. As Keiji Hattori taking ball 1 to begin his at-bat with 2 down in the bottom of the 6th. Bells have not been shut out since the very first inning of this game. 3 runs in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th frames, and then a 2-run 5th, posting 11 runs for an 11-4 lead against Nanaimo in the bottom of the 6th. Hattori on the ground, backhanded grab by Cathers. This is the first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game as the Bells are sat down in order, shooting us into the 7th with a 7-run lead for Bellingham.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Bells make a pitching change into the 7th. Cal Young finish after an inning of relief. Passing the ball to Frank Willius out of Gonzaga. Young finishes the 6th inning, allowing 2 runs on a walk hit by pitch with no strikeouts. Frank Willius just 7 innings pitched this summer through 7 appearances. He's been a 1-inning guy and dominant when he has pitched, although the times have come few and far between. Willius with a good amount of rest in between his most recent appearances and will make an appearance out of the bullpen after pitching on July 30th against the Marion Berries. Final game of that 3-game set, he threw in with a scoreless frame that featured 2 strikeouts. But before that, the last time he had pitched was July 9th. Before the July 9th outing, it was June 24th where he threw the time before that. So Willius may be the lone playoff appearance we'll see from him, with, of course, the divisional championship game being on Tuesday. And then the championship game, should the Bells make it there, scheduled for Thursday. And if the Bells make it, it would be at home, so this has a chance to not be our final home game. 2 balls and a strike after that one, missing to the leadoff man in the 7th for Nanaimo, Aiden Nicoluk. 0 of 2 with 2 looking strikeouts and a walk. 2-1 from Willius. Miss at 91 wide, 3-1. Willius just 3 2/3 innings pitched with Gonzaga this year. Was his junior season. First with the Zags. That's grounded to Peschke at third. Nicoluk retired on the routine play from Tyler Peschke. So Cathers to bat with 1 out. He picked up an RBI knock in the 5th. Night Owls back-to-back innings have posted a run or more, 2 in the 6th, 1 in the 5th. Their other run coming in the 2nd to trail by 7. 11-4 the Bellingham lead, with Willius coming home to Cathers, who swings through strike 1. Willius began his collegiate career at California Lutheran for two seasons there. 2.76 his ERA in 2025 as a sophomore, across 32 2/3 innings. Swing and a miss on Cathers. Willius ahead 0-2 against the first baseman of Nanaimo. Willius' freshman year pitched a 2.49 ERA in 21 2/3 innings. His first 2 seasons out of Northfield High School in Colorado. 0-2. Just tipped foul by Cathers to stay alive. No balls and 2 strikes on Cathers. That one missed high as Willius delivers his first ball into Cathers. The Cloud County Community College sophomore, looking for his next step after 2 JUCO seasons with Cloud County, hitting .259 in 29 games this past year. .204 average in 28 games the year before that in 2025. 1-2 to him. Willius missing on that same pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. Cathers lays off with a 3rd straight miss from Willius to make it a full count. Six walks by Bellingham's pitching staff. 9 strikeouts. 4 hits allowed. Here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Willius has the strikeout in the 7th to knock his 2nd out down in the inning on his first strikeout. Coming out of Bellingham's bullpen as the 4th arm to throw tonight. Following a 3-inning start from Caleb Seebeck that featured 5 strikeouts. Gavin Hashey struck out 4 in 2 relief innings. Cal Young no Ks in his 6th, and Willius gets the strikeout for his 2nd out in the 7th. And now Liam O'Day batting. Taking the first pitch as a miss for ball 1. O'Day today with the triple in the 2nd that got past Cassie's dive. Gave the Night Owls the first lead of the game, going up 1-0, but since then they've fallen behind 11-4. Bellingham scored 9 unanswered runs following that first run by the Night Owls in the 2nd inning, and then Nanaimo with 3 runs across their last 2 frames to trail by 7. Bells scoring 2 runs in the 5th. 2-1 after the miss from Willius to O'Day. 2-1 with 2 down. The left-hander home. It's flown high out to left field. Keep on. We'll have plenty of room to grab the third out, and Willius has a 1-2-3 seventh to hold on to the 7-run lead as we stretch in Bellingham.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells! Bottom of the 7th in Bellingham, 7-run lead for the home team. The winner-take-all Game 3 of the West Coast League's opening round playoff matchup. Night Owls trailing your Bells by 7, 11-4, as Trey Minisee takes over for the bottom of the 7th inning. Taking away Addison Maddox, who threw the final 2 outs in the 6th with 1 strikeout. And bullpen game continues on for the Night Owls, deploying just about everyone they've got, it seems like, with Minisee now taking over. First pitch, swinging and foul ball from Tyler Peschke at the plate. 3 RBI tonight with 1 hit. Run scored after he reached on the error. Facing Minisee out of La Sierra University. Minisee 38 in the 3rd innings pitched collegiately for the Golden Eagles. Allowed 44 runs for an 8.45 ERA. Strike 2 on Peschke, a ball and 2 strikes. Minisee making his 11th appearance for Nanaimo this year. 5.93 the ERA throughout the regular season. He draws the count even against Peschke missing. So locked at 2-2. Peschke looks at the wide ball 3 to get himself in a full count. 11 walks, 18 hits issued for Minisee as a Night Owl. Peschke's foul tip keeps him chugging along for another 3-2 pitch coming. 8 strikeouts for Minisee and 13 2/3 innings pitched for Nanaimo, with 13 runs scored against him in his 10 appearances. Right-hander kicks and comes home in the payoff. Peschke off the inside of his bat, flaring it out to right. Noet is unable to catch it. Oh, man. Something about the way that Tyler Peschke is hitting fly balls to Noet is resulting in errors, because he did the exact same thing in the 5th inning. The right fielder dropped it. Does he have a hole in his glove? What's going on out there? I was looking down almost to, write the F9 on the scorebook, and now I'm going to have to change it to an E9. I just add one little line, and it's clean, but man. Tough day in right field for Malachi Noet. Rashad Hayes takes strike 1 called against him. Back to the top of the order. Hayes getting his 5th plate appearance of the game. He's gone 0 of 3. 2 strikeouts at the plate. Ground out and a walk. 1 run driven in. That miss from Minnesee is ball 1. 3 errors today by the Night Owls, 2 in the outfield. I feel like you rarely ever see outfield errors, but we've seen 2 of them. Noet had entered this game through 20 games, had 3 errors in the outfield. That number up to 5 after today. Ball and 2 strikes home. Hayes with a towering fly ball to center field for Chang. He'll put away the inning's first out on the flyout. Bo Schinkel will bat with 1 out and a man at first. The bottom of the 7th, a 7-run lead for Bellingham. Schinkel, the left-handed bat against the right-handed pitcher, taking ball 1 on a miss. Strike called on Schinkel on the outside fastball. Doing 1 for Minnesee. Schinkel to center. Back-to-back putouts for Chang, should he catch it. Hasn't been a sure thing in the outfield all day for the Night Owls, but that one caught. So what I did discover is that Malachi Noah, who's playing right field today, we mentioned earlier in the broadcast how the Nanaimo's team was down to 8 position players, or 9 if you're counting the pitcher that is DHing, but what that meant for Nanaimo losing some players even after last night's game is that, well, they didn't actually have a full outfield. Malachi Noah is a catcher for Everett Community College, playing right field, and I guess that explains the 2 errors a little bit more. Them dropping him out of the glove. So those 3 errors that he had entering the season likely have come when he's been behind the plate, but in the outfield, the 2 errors today have the base runner at first, but with Bryce Johnson at the plate swinging and missing, doesn't matter. That error wasted away. Johnson pinch hitting for Cassie there in the 7th and strikes out. It's a 7-run lead for Bellingham headed into the 8th.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with Local Industrial Credit Union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Thrasher Steed comes out of the Bellingham bullpen to pitch the 8th inning with a 7-run lead over the Nanaimo Night Owls. In the winner go home, game 3 for both these teams. Right now it's the Night Owls trailing your Bells by 7 runs following 1 inning of relief from Frank Willius, where he faced the minimum in the 7th. The Bells' first 1-2-3 frame pitched in that 7th inning. Now it'll be Thrasher Steed maybe trying to get the final 6 outs. He's been a pitcher that has finished a lot of games for Bellingham this summer. One of the options when it comes to saves, he's got 2 saves on the year. Willius, McKinnon, and Steed have been the options out of the bullpen for saves. Nick Peterson did earn one last night in his 3 innings of relief. Bagaleos is the leadoff man for Nanaimo. Ground ball to the right side for Nate Johnson. A scoop and touch at first base by him. Put away the leadoff man for Nanaimo in the 8th. Rankin is next up, the catcher, 1 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. Nanaimo's 2026 season down to its last 5 outs. Thrasher Steed forcing the ground out against the leadoff man. The foul tip from Rankin gets him down 0-1 to start it. 92-mile-an-hour fastball there from Steed. After strike 1, now in on the catcher. This bouncing ball foul to the right side makes it 0-2. Steed is headed to the University of West Florida following a year with Stetson, where he pitched just 7 1/3. 2 total years spent at Stetson, one of them a red shirt, so he'll enter his final year of eligibility with West Florida for 2027. 0-2 swing and a miss. Steed with his first strikeout out the pen, putting 2 down in the 8th inning. 6 straight Night Owls retired by Bells pitchers across the 6th, 7th, and now 8th innings. Easton Mould, 1 for 3, will bat next. Mould, one of the 4 hits by Nanaimo's offense. Two-out pitch fouled away for the first strike. From the first base side of the rubber, Steed comes home in the 0-1. Inside, strike 2. No 2. Breaking pitch below the zone for ball 1. Steed trying to go 3 up, 3 down, just as Willius did in the 7th. 2 outs, hit on the ground to the right side. It's Ty Rusko in on defense making that play, as Rusko puts away the 3rd out in the 8th. We go bottom 8, 11-4, the Bellingham lead.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. This playoff game 3 travels to the bottom of the 8th. Bells leading the Night Owls. Zen Hill here taking you through today's win or go home for both teams. And right now it's the Night Owls trailing by 7 as they'll go to their closer, Jackson McDonald. One of their best relief arms all season long. The .362 ERA accompanied by 8 saves in 18 appearances and a 2-1 record. He'll try and keep the game at a 7-run difference. Not out of the realm of possibility for the Night Owls, but with the way the offense has looked, it would definitely be an uphill climb in the 9th. But it all starts with McDonald getting the Night Owls into the 9th with just the 7-run deficit. As the Bells lead at 11-4, Nate Johnson leads off the inning for Bellingham. First baseman tonight with a hit and a walk. Run scored and a run driven in for him. Strike 1 in on Johnson starting the bottom of the 8th inning. McDonald relieves Trey Menissi, who tosses a scoreless 7th inning, striking out 1, working around the error in right field. Johnson missing, or McDonald missing, I should say, to Johnson for ball 1 on the low pitch. McDonald is the 9th pitcher to throw today for the Night Owls. 9 pitchers covering possibly 8 innings of work in this bullpen game for the Night Owls. Basically deploying everyone that Nanaimo's got out of that bullpen. Very few faces left on the bench. Ball and 2 strikes after that foul ball from Johnson against the leadoff man. McDonald home. The 1-2. Knocked down to the first baseman, Cathers. His underhand toss to the covering McDonald is late. Oh, the errors continue to just tack on for the Night Owls. That one won't be credited as an error, but with McDonald maybe a little bit late to cover first base, it's more of a mental error, and an infield single scored for Nate Johnson. So runner placed at first off there after that leadoff hit is what it's scored as. Matt Churchill looks for his first hit of the game, 0 of 3 with a walk and a run. Swing and a miss from Churchill, and that one getting away. Johnson will easily trot up to second base on the pass ball. So Johnson up into scoring position for Matt Churchill. Left-hander McDonald set for the 0-1. Missing high to Churchill. 14 walks, 15 hits issued from McDonald out of the bullpen in 27 1/3 innings with Nanaimo during the year. Batter's hitting just 165 against this lefty. Pair of misses make it 2-1 on Churchill. 34 strikeouts for McDonald in his 27 1/3 innings of relief. Number 19 out the bullpen on appearances for him. 2-1. That one dropped in the strike zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Churchill. The even count draws into a full count, missing from McDonald on the 87-mile-an-hour pitch to Churchill. So now 3-2. Johnson at second. No outs in the bottom of the 8th. 11-4 lead for Bellingham. Swing and a foul tip, and Churchill is down on strikes. McDonald's first punch out in relief. Dominic Keebon, what a night for him. 3 hits. The 3-run homer in the 4th, the loudest and biggest for him. 3 runs scored and 3 RBI for playoff Rom. He'll bat with 1 out. Man at second in the bottom of the 8th. Lefty on lefty matchup. Strike 1 in on Keebon at 86, right down the middle. After the miss to Keeba, a ball and a strike. McDonald set against his third batter faced in the 8th. Keeba slicing a foul ball up and out of play for strike 2. Crowd here in Bellingham today, one of the more humble ones we've had on the season. Late notice for all the fans. Didn't know we were even going to play this game until last night, of course. And with it being a day game, that's a quick turnaround. Get yourself to the park, but enough fans showing up here to cheer on your Bells. Keeba after that foul tip, 1-2. Inside pitch coming from the lefty McDonald to left-handed hitter Keeba. 3 of Bellingham's eight hits tonight. Bouncer to the shortstop, Sabero, who will glove and throw on a line to Cathers for the second out. Moss has been retired his last 2 times to the plate. He'll bat 1 of 3 on the night with 2 runs scored. Johnson moving up to third base after that ground out from Keeba. For a runner on third. Lefty to throw to the right-handed batting Moss with 2 down in the 8th. First strike dealed on the outside from McDonald. McDonald missing to Moss, ball 1. West Coast League playoff action continues tonight with the Walla Walla Sweets and Corvallis Knights going head-to-head in their Game 3 winner-take-all, and then Ridgefield hosting Portland for the winner-go-home Game 3. The Raptors at home hosting the Pickles after their walk-off home run to stay alive last night. Wenatchee, the only team to sweep, awaiting the winner of this game. Bell's up 11-4. Moss fouls it off for his second strike. West Coast League Divisional Championship will be held in Wenatchee on Tuesday night. The Bells 3 outs away from having their date with Wenatchee set. Two balls and 2 strikes from McDonald on the mound. Moss up the middle, down for a base knock, and Bellingham will bring in their 12th hit of the night on an RBI single from Dylan Moss. That extends the lead to 8 runs. Bit of insurance if it wasn't already enough. Bellingham tacks on another one. First run scored since the 5th on that RBI knock coming from Moss. His first run driven in of the night. And now KG Hattori batting. First pitch called a ball high into the shortstop Hattori. Pair of misses to begin the at-bat against the left-handed hitting Hattori. McDonald tagged for a run here in the 8th. His 15th run allowed of the summer, 12th that is earned. 12th of the game for Bellingham. Another upstairs miss makes it 3-0 on Hattori. Bottom of the order, Tyler Peschke on deck. .3-0. 4-pitch walk on Hattori, his second walk drawn of the night. And Tyler Peschke will bat next with runners placed at first and second base. Moss the lead runner after his RBI single. Hattori filling first on the walk. Peschke 1 hit tonight, 3 runs driven in, 1 run scored. Has reached on back-to-back errors out in right field. Breaking pitch gets McDonald over for strike 1 on the third baseman Peschke. McDonald's 0-1. Swung on and missed by Peschke for strike 2. 1 strikeout in this 8th for McDonald, his first in relief. the last man up for the Night Owls on the mound as the 9th arm to throw today in the bullpen game for Nanaimo. Can't put away Peschke on that 0-2 pitch, fouled away, and a spoiled off-speed pitch keeps it 0-2. McDonald's 0-2 to Peschke is left high and outside. McDonald trying to send the game into the 9th. Peschke, a blooping fly ball to right field. Noah will not get there. Moss going to come in to score. Now it gets past Noah as well in right field. Peschke abusing that primary catcher playing the outfield for the Night Owls. Moss is in to score to make it 13-4 on the bloop single. Peschke will collect his 4th RBI of the game on that hit. Ty Rusko getting the at-bat, came on defensively in replacement of Rashad Hayes. So Rusko will get the at-bat in the 8th inning with 2 men in scoring position. Hattori at third for Rusko after the foul ball, taking an up and inside miss for ball 1. Rusko was a 10-day guy at the start of the year for Bellingham, has come back on, helping with the Bells have some depth in the infield. And in this postseason run, 2-1 after that miss from McDonald, the left-handed hitting Rusko. Two and one. Strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. The lead now 13-4. Rusko out to left and down for a base hit. Hattori scores. Peschke is in. Ty Rusko off the bench has a 2 RBI knock in the 8th to make it a double-digit Bells lead, now up 15-4. In the second round, so close for Bellingham, they can almost taste it. The lead, 11 runs. Bo Schinkel going to be taken off. For the pinch hitter. Going to be a new ball for Jackson McDonald. Austin Bash will pinch hit for Bo Schinkel. Bash taking the first one for strike 1. Bash played in just 4 regular season games for Bellingham. Another depth piece as the Bells give some of their starters the final inning off. The lead large enough to feel comfortable with that, and having Austin Bash get the at-bat here out of NYU coming to Bellingham. Rusko at first after his 2 RBI single. Bash in an 0-2. Takes it low. Left-handed hitting outfielder. Had just 3 plate appearances with New York University. This one he hits high out to right field. Carrying to the corner. It is just up against the wall. Noah couldn't glove it. Rusko coming in to score. It's still in the corner. Bash will be held at third. An RBI triple off the bench for Austin Bash. If it couldn't get any worse for the Night Owls and their fans, it just did in the 8th. 5 runs have scored in the inning. It's 16-4. Jackson McDonald in relief with 2 outs has allowed the last 5 base runners to reach, 4 of those on hits, 1 of them a walk, to allow 5 earned runs in the inning. Two outs against Bryce Johnson, another bench spot sub, who we saw getting that bat in the 7th, and he's out in front of strike 1. Struck out in the 7th as the final out. Austin Bash is at third base following his RBI triple. That nearly got out of the park. That was so close to being a homer. Traveled 328 feet. You factor in the 320 distance as Johnson hits this out into left field. And how about the bench bats? 3 straight knocks by the guys coming off the pine, all with RBIs behind them. Bryce Johnson getting out into left to make the lead 17-4. Bash scores, and now Bryce Johnson is at first. Wow. Bryce Johnson driving in the run, bringing up now Nate Johnson. What I was trying to finish saying about Austin Bash, would have had a homer. Oh my goodness. Johnson now out to right. Noet tracks it down in right field though, as he's able to make a play out in right and stop the bleeding. But man, 6 runs in the 8th by the Bellingham Bells, and it's 17-4 entering the 9th. The Bells 3 outs away from moving on.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
So here we go, 9th inning at Joe Martin Field. Bellingham 3 outs away from moving on. They've got a comfortable lead by 13 runs over the Nanaimo Night Owls. Winner take all game 3. Nanaimo down to their last 3 outs of the season. Ryder Dingsdale will look to claim those outs. Dingsdale relieving Thrasher Steed in the 8th inning. Steed went 1-2-3 with a strikeout. Now in the 8th inning, we have some defensive subs. Bash is in center. Rusko still at second. Bryce Johnson in right. Behind the plate, catching for the Bells is Evan Yates. Evan Yates comes on off the bench to catch in the 9th. So Yates getting an appearance here in the 9th inning behind home plate. As the first pitch into Malachi Noet, the right fielder, is a fastball high at 88. Dingsdale looking for these final 3 outs to cap off the Bells' win and send Bellingham to the West Coast League North Divisional Championship game, where they'll face the Wenatchee Apple Sox. 1-1 from Dingsdale. 2 balls and a strike. Noet has had to play right field, not a natural position to him. Seen 2 errors in the outfield, a couple of misplays. Did make a nice grab to finish off the 8th inning. Tracking down Nate Johnson's hard line drive. Now starts off the 9th. Hits a sword fly ball to left field. That is caught by Robinick Keebon. 1 down in the 9th inning, and Ryder Dingsdale a third of the way from sending the Bells to the next round. Back to the top of the order in Zia Chang. 2 walks with 2 otherwise. NightOwls season down to their final 2 outs, as that one is over the head of Chang from Dingsdale, the Olympic college pitcher. Dingsdale came back to Bellingham. Was a 2-way guy earlier in the summer. 6 innings pitched for him. Forces a pop-up to the right side. That'll get out of play. Strike 1. A 4.50 ERA so far for Dingsdale through 6 innings. This is his 5th appearance. Has given up 4 hits and 5 walks for 3 runs with 9 strikeouts. Looking for 2 more outs. Send Bellingham on. Off the inside of the bat from Chang. Popped up to the infield. Ty Rusko has the 2nd out in his glove. So Nanaimo's historic 2026 season comes down to the final at-bats. Their final out, Francis Sabero. They trail by 13 here today. This winner-take-all Game 3 has not gone the NightOwls' way. Bells looking to claim back-to-back wins to move on. Swing and a miss from Sabero, strike 1. NightOwls' historic start to the postseason, a walk-off win in front of their hometown fans. Hosting Game 1, came into Bellingham, needed 1 win. But last night, the Bells won 3-1. This one not close. 17 runs on offense by Bellingham. And now Nanaimo down to their last strike. No balls and 2 strikes on Sabero. Here is Dingsdale's pitch. Hit on the ground to Rusko. We will see you in Wenatchee. The Bells are moving on to the West Coast League North Divisional Championship game. The title defense lives on for Bellingham as they take a dominating 17-4 win over the Nanaimo NightOwls here on this Sunday, Game 3. Nanaimo, what a season, but it ends 30-24 in the regular season, and back-to-back losses in the opening round of the playoffs sends them home following the 13-run victory by Bellingham as the offense posts 17 runs, no doubt, left by this Bellingham offense and even the pitching staff. Dingsdale finishing off the win on the grounder to Rusko. Bells take games 2 and 3 of the opening round playoff series to earn the victory, and now have a date with the Wenatchee Apple Sox set for Tuesday night in Wenatchee. If you can, travel over the mountains. Come cheer on your Bells on the road, because if they win that game, we're going to be back here at Joe Martin Field for the championship game. If the Bells advance to the championship, they're hosting it. Still got to win against Wenatchee, though. 3-3 against the Apple Sox in the regular season. It'll be decided on Tuesday who represents the North in the WCL title game. The rivalry between the Apple Sox and Bells renewed in the North Divisional Championship game. I'm excited for it. I'm going to be going. Can't wait to see if the Bells can pull things off and move us on to the championship game. Because if they do, we'll be back here at home on the Bells YouTube channel for that championship game. I'm Zen Hill. If you enjoyed, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave a like. Leave a comment. This was awesome, seeing the Bells come into their home field and take the last 2 games to advance. Now it's just a matter of whether we'll see you here again at home, and hopefully we do. Track your Bells Tuesday night North Divisional Championship game. Apple Sox Bells. You wouldn't want it. You wouldn't want to have it any other way than those two teams fighting it off. Those are the two best teams in the WCL this year. And tonight displayed that for Bellingham, the dominant win. We'll go into the post-game stats when we return here at Joe Martin Field. What a win.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Here post-game at Joe Martin Field after the Bellingham Bells, left no doubt about it. They win, taking down the Nanaimo NightOwls in Game 3 with the season on the line the last 2 days. Bellingham delivered 3-1 last night, a ridiculous 17-4 score tonight. Go through the offense first for the visiting NightOwls. Their hits coming from Carter Cathers, Liam O'Day, Jackson Rankin, and Easton Mold. Just 4 hits offensively for them, a triple for O'Day and a run scored. Rankin with a run. Chang with a run scored. Bagaleos also scored a run and drove in one, with Chang with an RBI and Cathers having an RBI as well. The loss tagged against the starter, Jaden Bagaleos, who started this bullpen game that saw 9 pitchers throw for the Nanaimo NightOwls. Bagaleos falls to 3-1 on the year and finishes the 2026 season with that record. For the Bellingham Bells sides of things, it was a win out of the bullpen for Gavin Hashey, following up the 3-inning start from Caleb Seebeck. No save opportunity, obviously, with Ryder Dingsdale getting the final outs in the 9th, going 1-2-3. But offensively, wow. 3 hits on the night for Dominic Keebon, going 3 of 5 with 3 RBI, 3 runs scored. He had the 3-run homer to get himself the Terry Stash State Farm Player of the Game honors. Keebon, the big offensive night. Nothing new seeing Kevon perform in the playoffs. Had the walk-off hit over the Wenatchee Apple Sox in last year's Game 3, and once again he's a Game 3 hero, although we obviously had plenty of runs to come along with it. That 3-run homer in the 4th inning really got the game out of hand when the Bells took a 9-1 lead off of it. Nate Johnson had 2 hits and 2 runs scored with an RBI. Dylan Moss scored 3 times, reaching on 2 hits and 1 walk. Moss also drove in a run. Tyler Peschke collected 4 RBI with a pair of doubles and 2 runs scored. Ty Rusko off the bench was perfect in his 1-of-1 plate appearance, driving in 2 runs with a run scored. Bash also drove in a run in his lone appearance off the bench and went on to score. Bryce Johnson 1 of 2 with an RBI. KG Hattori scored 3 runs, going 1 of 3 with 2 walks and a run driven in. Rashad Hayes drove in a run as well. Bo Schinkel scored once, as did Matt Churchill. 17 runs for the 13-run victory over the Nanaimo NightOwls. And now the Bellingham Bells will face the Wenatchee Apple Sox, a team that most recently the Bells took 2 out of 3 against, but it's not going to be a series. It's a winner-take-all divisional championship game between the Bells and Apple Sox set for Tuesday night. Bells will be out in Wenatchee. If they win, we'll be here at home for the West Coast League championship game Thursday night, if we make it. Keep your eyes out on the socials or watch the Apple Sox live stream, because if we make it, we got to have you packing out Joe Martin Field for the title game. We don't know who we're going to face, obviously. It's one of the 4 teams that are all still in it down south. Tonight in the West Coast League, we've still got plenty of action for you. Walla Walla and Corvallis deciding their 3-game series, and then also Portland and Ridgefield deciding their 3-game series. Both those games starting tonight. 6:05 the start time for the Knights and Sweets game. 6:35 the Pickles and Raptors will face off at. Tuesday night matchup for the Apple Sox up next for Bellingham. We'll see if they can continue to defend their championship win from last year, but they got the job done here at home at least. And now, best of luck to the Bells on the road. Tuesday night, all eyes on the Bells and Apple Sox. Thanks for being with us. If we don't see you back here at home for the championship game, I want to thank everyone for watching us on our YouTube channel this summer. Glad to bring the games on YouTube, streaming them for you. A lot more accessible, and hopefully everyone's enjoyed that. So, another season in the books at home. Obviously, you can still have one more home game if the Bells get it done, but they need to win on Tuesday. Hopefully we see you then, but if we don't, I'm Zen Hill. Thanks for joining us all season long. But for now, I'll say, hey, let's see you Thursday night. Have a good rest of your Sunday evening, and as always, go Bells.